Hamilton County Sports Network's coverage of two-a-days. Joe Torty here with Delran coach Pete Miles. Pete, how's everything going so far early on?
We're very happy, Joe. We're doing well. We got a good group of kids out here. They're working hard, so we're very happy at this point.
We were talking a little bit before this interview. 2 returning starters. You have a lot of players coming back who have seen some significant time. What kind of challenges and, by extension, opportunities does that present for your team?
Well, most importantly, it's an opportunistic thing for everybody. Everybody's got an opportunity to get on the field, and that's what we've been preaching. You know, there's only 2 spots that we know right now are pretty solid. Other than that, we have guys in place, but nobody's being handed a job. So it's an open spot for everybody. It gives them more incentive to work.
Lost a lot of talent at the skill positions last year. A couple all-county guys and the like, tight ends, quarterbacks, wide receivers. What kind of challenge has that been for you early on to replace that kind of production?
Well, I'm happy to say that, we have 2 quarterbacks back, a senior, Max Langer, and a junior, Brendan Pell, who are very quality kids. They saw a little bit of time in our games last year, so they did get on the varsity field a little bit. So they'll battle out a quarterback. And the skill players, we lost our running backs, but we do have a talented kid, Sherrod Sanders, coming back. Is going to step in. And we have some skill players as well. We're hurting right now up front. We need to fill in the balance of our offensive line more than anything else. But we might not have the experience that we had from kids coming back last year, but we do have talented athletic kids. So we're hoping that, by coaching and working hard and staying with the fundamentals, these kids are going to pick it up fast.
Really good regular season that you had last year. Lost the first game and then kind of took it out on the rest of the league in the next 7. Ripped those off right in a row and then struggled a little bit in the postseason. How would you sum up your team's success?
Well, I always look at who we play in our own backyard, and that's who we always point to. We want to do the best we can in our league. And 2 of our losses last year were Siddaminster and Holy Cross, so that was a bit frustrating. The postseason is icing on the cake for us. So I always talk to our kids about I want to win in my own backyard. I want to challenge for a league title, so that's our main focus. We slipped a little bit last year. We had some undercurrent things, some injuries at the end of the year. Our starting 2-way linebacker, running back was out with a busted wrist. So we had some things going on that kind of helped us demise a little bit at the end. But we'll work hard this year again at that league focus and try to be the best we can in the league. And whatever happens after that, kind of let the chips fall where they may.
With a young team that's not necessarily all that experienced or seasoned yet, who are some of the X factors that you've looked at early on and players that you think can make a difference?
Well, number one, I think our quarterbacks are going to be pretty good. I think we do have some good kids at receiver position. There's 4 or 5 kids, some coming up from the freshman team last year, some coming up from JV. We're pleasantly surprised by Sherrod Sanders coming in to be our tailback. We hope to get a lot out of him. And, to start naming names now would be tough. But we do have a number of kids, I think, to fill in those spots. And, again, if we can get together 2 or 3 offensive linemen to kind of shore up the front, I think we can be a competitive group.
Is there a position group that's identified itself early on as a group that's taken a step forward from last year?
I would say our skill players at the wideout position, our slot receivers, guys who really didn't play much at all in varsity last year, have pleasantly stepped up to play. And I think that they're going to make that jump, and we hope that in the next couple of days when our scrimmages start, we'll get good feedback on that.
So what is the special preparation that's been going on here? Obviously, you do have scrimmages going on, but the big plan is for week 1. What's the team's focus been like?
It's been mostly a competitive thing out here and a learning process. Again, we're working with a lot of young kids. There's a strong sophomore class, a junior class. I think we only have about 8 seniors on the squad. So it's a learning sequence right now for them. We had our preseason work, we had our summer work and our 7-on-7s, and so we got a little bit ahead of the curve on that. But right now we're just working hard on getting them to understand our structure on defense a little stronger now that they're more active on the field. And offensively, we've tweaked a few things, so we obviously need to come around to that too. So our focus has been the first week just making sure that learning curve is going in the right direction. Let's not go too fast, keep things simple, and just get better at some things, in an elementary way. And we'll take it as it comes.
Pete, looking further down the line, if we're talking a calendar year from today and we're talking about how the season was a success, what will have had to have happened in your mind?
Well, most importantly, hopefully if we've avoided the injury bug, I think our kids are going to get better. Unfortunately, I think we're looking at a number of kids playing on two sides of the ball. So that's always a problem early on with fatigue and things of that nature. And sometimes fatigue leads to injuries, early on in the season. So if we can overcome that, I think at the end of the year, if we've played a good season without a lot of injuries, our kids are going to show a lot of growth. We're going to have a very strong nucleus of players coming back. Like I said, with only 8 seniors graduating, we'll expect to have a lot of guys back on offense and defense, and hopefully the future will look a little bit brighter. We have a nice class of freshman players, 34 kids out for the team, which is an unusually large number, quality kids. So I would say at the end of this year, if we're intact and we have those kids with experience and we have those young kids coming up to join them, I look forward to the next year after that.
Pete, thanks a lot for having us, and best of luck on the field this year.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much.